Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry for that. We've encountered some technical difficulty. By the way, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Hopefully, after this session, we'll have more smart investors. I'm actually here not actually to scare you, but to give you some tips, and so you may take heed of your some of these scams and schemes in the industry. So let me start. First, I'll give you a rundown of, I'll introduce our company, Capital Markets Integrity Corporation. And then I'll start on with the types of investment scams. And then I'll discuss the anatomy of a scam. Next is the two P's. I'll divulge later what are these two P's. And lastly, we'll discuss things to watch out for, or the red flags, no? Red flags of if it's a scheme scam or not. And then if we have time, I can probably discuss um, some of the live cases or examples of cases that we've encountered at CMIC. Okay. So, okay. Uh, First, about CMIC, we started our operations only last 2012. So we have three main departments. First, we have the investigation and enforcement department. We have the audit and compliance department and the surveillance department, which is the one I'm heading. um, CMIC, we have three general functions. First is to resolve investor complaints. So if you don't know what is CMIC, basically we are the investor's best friends. So if you have any complaint with any broker or any trading participants of the Philippine Stock Exchange, you can go to CMIC. Our office here is also at the new headquarters of the Philippine Stock Exchange at the 10th floor. So if you have any complaint or any questions about your brokers, you are free to drop by our office. Next one is we also initiate cases. I'd like to tell you that CMIC purchased this sophisticated surveillance system from the Korea Stock Exchange. From the Korea Exchange. This surveillance system helps us monitor unusual trading activities in the market. So, with the help of this surveillance system, we are able to monitor um, ir- irregular trading that's happening in the market. Next function of CMIC is regulate trading participants or registered person. So when we say trading participants, we also mean it's actually they are the brokers of the stock exchange. So registered persons, who are these registered persons? They are the salesmen or agents of the trading participants, or and the associated persons or the compliance officers of each trading participants. So we also do an audit. We do a compliance audit of the trading participants or brokers just to make sure that they are all financially viable to support your investments. Okay, let's go to the proper session. No, so I'll start with the two ways of investment scams. So we have the traditional way versus the online way, and the combination of both trad and online. Let's start with the traditional way. So probably, when do you see the traditional way? Traditional, basically it's face-to-face transaction. So usually, this scheme can manifest in a form of a seminar, and then you execute a contract, an investment contract, and then the agent or the one administering the seminar may also ask you to issue PDCs or post-dated checks, no? And then they usually have an office. So you go to their office to do an office transaction, and then they discuss to you the investment opportunity or products that they are selling. That is the traditional way. That's the old trick in the book. Next, we have the purely online. So now we're a bit high tech nowadays. So everybody uses the internet, no? If you don't know how to use the internet, I'm not sure how will you survive the today's world actually. So you can be an invitation or the recruitment are all it's online. So they can use Viber or WhatsApp, Kakao, or Facebook Messenger. So all of this social media means, or probably Facebook as well, no? So all of these social media accounts, they can use it to recruit you, and then they will issue a login ID, or probably they have a system for you to monitor your account. So they will through private messages they will send you this login IDs, and then all of this communication are all through online, and then they will follow up through online messaging as well. So it is easier 24/7 recruitment. And then because it's online, you don't need to go to their office. You can just wire the money, no? Transfer your money online, pay-ins and payouts for subsequent transactions. So, and the third one, we have both the combination of trad and online. So again, there's this face-to-face meeting with prospective clients, and then you will execute an investment contract, and then you may or may not issue post-dated checks, and then you may or may not go to their office. And then for online, again, for example, if you've already met in a cafe or something, they will follow up via this social media accounts that you have, probably Viber, or they'll probably text you, send you an SMS to follow up, and then they will issue again a login ID so you can check your statements or transactions, and then wire transfer the money as always. So these are the three types of way of schemes or scams. Okay, now we go to the two P's that I mentioned a while ago. So we have the pyramid and the Ponzi scheme. So, okay. I'll discuss first the pyramid scheme. So, what's a pyramid scheme, or what we call pyramiding? It's actually an illegal money scam, often confused with legitimate network marketing, um, where people are convinced to pay money for a chance to profit from the payments of others who might join later. So, sounds familiar? Yes, I think everybody, or in some way, we were able to experience this kind of marketing scheme. But let me clarify, no, that there are legal ways of there are actually legal market. It's a legal, legit marketing scheme. So I want to show you the difference. How can you track if it's a scam or a pyramiding scheme or a really legit direct selling scheme? So I'd like to show you or discuss with you the 8-point test that the sorry direct uh, selling association of the Philippines. Wait, hang on. I'm too fast. Okay. Before I start with that, I'd like to show you something. This one, maybe you're wondering who's this person. This one is a student. And this one, she is a professional. The next one, correct, farmers. And this one, yes, it's your lolo and lola. They are retirees. And then the last one, yeah, a traveler, wanderlust, or no, actually, it's an OFW. So maybe you're wondering, why am I showing you these people? Or who are these people? These people are actually the profiles of our victims, no? So actually anybody who has money to fund, no? So these are the profiles of our victims. The next one, I'll show you. Ah, who can guess who's this one? The last time I showed this in a roadshow in Cagayan de Oro, people thought it's a drunk person or laseng. Sorry guys, this actually means a friend, no? This represent a friend. So this is a friend. Next one is a, yes, teacher. By the way, happy Teacher's Day for everybody who's listening. Hello ma'am, hello sir. Thank you for all the years. Thank you po. Happy Teacher's Day. Next one, who's this one? Yes, you're right. Pastor or a religious leader, a religious uh, person. And lastly, yes, the family. Family. So why am I showing you this people? Who are they? They are actually the profiles of our solicitors and agents. They actually pry or take advantage on the trust or closeness that we have with them. So, okay, let me continue. So, for a pyramid scheme, um, well, one of the ways to detect if it's a pyramid scheme, the product has no real value. Um, and these products actually price high. Imagine a soap that costs about 300 pesos for a soap, right? And then they do not appeal to the investors, meaning the products basically do not appeal with the investors. So each participant can recoup his original investment and make more money by recruiting more participants. So that's the pyramiding scheme. Okay, this is the one that I was mentioning a while ago. We have the 8-point product test provided by the DSAP, or the Direct Selling Association of the Philippines. So, as I mentioned a while ago, we have legit, no, we have legit marketing or networking businesses. So, for you to be able to determine what's legit and what's not, you can do this 8-point test. So number one, the product. Is there a product? Is it a good product? Do you think you can use it? How many times can you use it? Is it consumable, or is it like after using it you need to throw it away? Second, compensations, or the commissions are paid on sale of products and not on the registration or entry fees. So meaning you're not depending on other people to register for your commission. Third one is the intent to sell a product or not a possession. Number four, is there no is there no direct correlation between the number of recruits and the compensation? So meaning your profits will not direct on your downline, as they say. Number five, if recruitment were to be stopped today, will the participants still make money? Yeah, think about that. Meaning, if you don't recruit people anymore, will you be able to sell the product you're selling, whatever it is? Okay? And then number six, is there a reasonable product return policy? So as per DTI, each product should have at least like a warranty or a way for you to verify, to validate if the return policy is good. Check into the loss. Do the products have fair market value? Remember, for example, a soap, just like I mentioned a while ago, 300 pesos worth of soap, is it a fair market value? Judge for yourself, right? And then, is there a compelling reason to buy? So, how many soaps would you like to buy? Do you want to buy soaps? Like, how many soaps can you buy every day, or for example, monthly? How long can you sustain selling of that product? So basically, the pyramiding scheme, uh, well, we had a discussion before with the SEC, and one of the reasons that some of the offenders that they've interviewed. So why did you engage in a pyramiding scheme? These are some of the reasons that they gave, and it's actually very funny, but it's true. First, they thought that it's too early, so they can still profit from that scheme. So by recruiting others, they think they can still make bawe the money or the investment that they've made. Second, and another funny reason is they'd like to get back at others. So naghanap sila ng kadamay, in other words. So they wanted to, misery loves company. So yeah, that's one of the two main reasons why, even though they know it's a pyramiding scam, they still engage on it. Okay, with it. All right. Okay. So our pyramiding key points or takeaways. So please note that pyramiding earned from registration or entry fees of its members, while multi-level marketing companies earn from the sale of products. So please take note of that. Um, Time and time again, no, it's proven that they are mathematically proven to doomed to collapse. These pyramiding schemes. And note that only those on top makes money. So yeah, so for pyramiding scheme, it's all about timing, position, and downlines. Okay, I hope that's clear. All right, okay, next we go to Ponzi scheme. My favorite papa, no? Charles Ponzi. Charles Ponzi is actually, he was an Italian swindler. He operated in the US and Canada. He became known in the early 1920s as a swindler in North America for his money making scheme. He promised clients a 50% profit within 45 days or 100% profit within 90 days. Wow, right? 100% profit in 3 months. So Ponzi scheme. Okay, the scheme basically, it profits to investors are not created by the success of the underlying business, but instead are derived from the capital contributions of others. Okay, so it's like, um, have you heard of the saying like Peter Paul profiting from Mary, something like that? Let's discuss how a Ponzi scheme unravels. Well, first, no, payoffs are not met. This is the time when the obligation to pay off all the previous investors can no longer be met with the revenues collected from the new recruits. So, meaning there are a lot less recruits, and then the previously interests that you've earned, the promoter or the agent, they don't have any funds anymore to give you. So usually, for example, if they promise you like, like Mr. Ponzi said, or a 100% returns in like 3 months, usually if you've invested like 50,000 or 20,000, probably you're not sure, just testing the waters, you invested 20,000 first, and then, wait, after 3 months, I got my 20,000 and it's now 40,000 pesos. But as a Ponzi scheme, news of non-payment of the investment spreads and investors rush in to withdraw their funds, similar to a bank run. So for example, um, the promoter or the agent can no longer recruit people, no, to invest in whatever endeavor you're currently investing in. So, and then they will not be able to fund the percentages or the profits they're supposed to give to the existing clients. And lastly, and the sad part always is when the promoter or the agent disappears together with the investor's money. Okay. Who. Okay. So the difference between a pyramiding and a Ponzi scheme, well, to highlight, um, for a pyramiding scheme, the focus will be on recruitment. And for a Ponzi scheme, they focus basically on the promise of high returns or interests. And then for pyramiding schemes, they earn from the registration or entry fees of members and gives them the authority to sell products. For a Ponzi scheme, uh, they earn from the investment made by its members and promises them with extremely high returns. Next, for pyramiding, it involves marketing products with little or no real value to evade prosecution, or they're saying, "Oh, we have a legit product. We're selling something here." For a Ponzi scheme, it involves offering and or sale of investment contracts. And lastly, for the pyramiding scheme, the downlines. Members are compensated according to the number of their respective recruits and downlines. I remember before a couple, actually, a friend of mine, actually they're colleagues of mine before, they're a couple, and they're actually racing on how many downlines that they can recruit for that particular product. And then for a Ponzi scheme, earlier members are paid with the investment made by the later members or those who came in late. Okay, now we go to the more interesting part. What are the things to watch out for, no? So, we have the red flags, no? Not only I'll tell you the red flags, not only in terms of schemes and scams, but also here at the stock market. If if the agent promises unrealistic high returns on investments. Next, the underlying business activity is not explained well or is too complicated and laden with technical terms such as futures, commodities trading, gold back long term, etc., etc. Um, Next, the promoter or the agent discourages the investor from cashing out his initial investment and encourages the rolling over of the investment and or infusing more money. Like my example a while ago, you invested 20,000 conservatively. So, hey, it's just 20,000. And your 20,000 turned into 40,000. This must be legit. I got my money back. So because of that, you get a little bit greedy and then you invest more money. So aside on top of your 40,000, you put in 50,000. You have now 90,000 invested on the whatever scheme is that is. So and then the promoter asks you, instead of getting your profits, roll it over. No, so you get more money. Next, AMLC provides that the check should be always be payable to the company, no? So if the agent asks you to, for example, put the payee or the payable in checks to a person, okay, that's actually that's a good sign of a red flag, no? If the agent or the promoter only issues a provisional receipt. We had a case before. It's actually a very big case. Um, the agent always provides a uh, provisional receipt since and then he or she always say that we will give you the original receipt to follow. So always ask for original receipt, never accept provisional receipt. And then, for example, you ask for the statement of account of your, for example, trading account, and there are some discrepancy. For example, you said that I've traded I know that I've traded, I have 20,000 shares of Meralco or 20,000 shares of PLDT. But when I receive my SOA or my statement of account, it only says 10,000, or worse, the PLDT or Meralco shares are not there. And then you go to your agent to clarify, hey, what happened? And then, oh, there must be some mistake. And then he or she corrects the statement. And again, after a quarter or after 6 months, you receive your SOA again from the broker or from the trading participant. And then you check again, how come my Meralco and PLDT shares are still not here? Oh, that's definitely a red flag. So for that, you have to go to the contact somebody aside from your agent, no? So probably one of the best person to contact is the associated person or the compliance officer or any contact person on the website. Well, for PSE, all our legitimate brokers, all the information is indicated at the PSE website. And if you want to see all the licensed salesman, you can also go to the CMIC website for that. So in the investors tab, you can see all the trading participants registered at the exchange, and you can see the licensed salesman or agents or CSR, whatever they call them, there. So, and the contact information of this of the trading participants. After getting after these red flags, what do you do? No? There are three things to check. You get the name first, name of that contact person, and then the address. Not only his address, but the address of the company itself. Get also the contact number. For the contact number, please get the landline. Usually, do not rely on mobile numbers because we can easily change mobile numbers in this country. Everybody can buy a SIM card at 7-Eleven or at any nearby store, no? So please get the contact number, the landline of the company. Um, Best to get the SEC registration. So if you're looking at the SEC registration, uh, there are two things to look for. You can look at the primary purpose and the secondary purpose, and you can also check out the how long is the company no registered with the SEC. If they're not registered with the SEC, well, definitely that's really a red flag, no? Okay. So, um, that's actually, we're nearing the end of my presentation, but I'd like to show you something, no? Okay. I'd like to read a quote that I got from one of the SEC seminars. If the offer of an opportunity appears too good to be true, it is probably a scam. So, be warned, no? So I compiled some of the latest advisory from the SEC. You can check this out at the SEC website anytime. So number one, yung YEHEI Eye Traffic System Inc. They are not authorized to solicit investment from the public. No, posted last August 31, 2018. Next one is Dream Connect or Dream Connect International Corporation, not authorized to offer, solicit, sell, or distribute any investment or securities. No? Posted at the SEC website, September 21, 2018. Philcrowd.com. I think this is a crowdfunding site. They are not registered with the SEC as a corporation or a partnership and is not authorized to solicit investment from the public. No? Posted last September 12, 2018. This one, I got a lot of emails for this one. I heard they are heavy in Cagayan de Oro and other provinces, no? So please take note, the SEC already released a memorandum uh, on Facebook. PAYSBOOK, Facebook. So, Facebook E-Commerce System Company Limited, they are not authorized to solicit investments from the public. It's already posted at the SEC website since August 1, 2018. Another one is Airbit Club and Go88 Ventures Inc. Airbit Club is not registered as a corporation or partnership and is not authorized to solicit investment from the public. Go88 has no registration permit to offer or sell securities. Or this one is posted last September 4, 2018. So if you want to check out the advisories, they're all posted at the SEC website, www.sec.com.ph. So these are my references. The SAP, SEC, PSE, and CMIC.com.ph. If you have questions or anything, tips, anonymous tips, complaints, whatever, please do not hesitate to visit our website, www.cmic.com.ph. You may email us at info@cmic.com.ph. So for example, if you are a while ago, I see some from the polls, I see some newbie investors, and you're still looking for that broker that you want to put in your money. You can check out the CMIC website. You can see there the compliant trading participants or brokers. We can also see the sanctions that we gave, that CMIC gave the trading participants or the brokers, no? So there, it may be a good reference for you if you want to, if you're still looking for a broker, no? And for those in the provinces, the SEC has regional offices located in Cebu. In Cebu, their office is located at the Virama Avenue, Guadalupe, Cebu. In Iloilo, they also have in General Hugh Street. In Davao, they have one in SDC Building, Purok 13, MAA Road, Barangay MAA, Davao City. In CDO, they have one in Corner 14th and Tomasaco de Lara Streets in Cagayan de Oro. In Baguio, they have the Bell House, historical core area at the John Hay Special Economic Zone. In Legazpi City, they have a building. They have an office at second floor, Shiniel Avon Building, Rizal Street, Albay. In Zamboanga City, the SEC has a building in San Jose, Panigayan. And in Tarlac, they have this second floor legislative building in Tarlac City. All right. So that's it for me. Guys,